In this video, we're going to look at select distinct to remove duplicate rows from our output. Suppose we wanted to know how many people have done business with us, how many people have paid us money. Let's pull up the payment table first. You can see that in the payment table, there's a customer ID column, and we can see that there are customers who've done business with us multiple times. So this customer with the ID 269 has rented multiple films at different points in time. How would we go about obtaining a unique list of all those customer IDs? If we just do select customer ID, we obtain a full list, but it contains duplicates. If we want to remove those duplicates, we can add distinct in the select clause. And now we can see that there are no duplicate entries. And if we look for that customer where the ID was 269 again, we can see there's only one record that matches. So let's remove this where part and let's return to the full query results. Using distinct allowed us to eliminate all the duplicate rows. And in this case, because we were just selecting the customer ID, we got a unique list of all the customers who've transacted with us. The select distinct will act to remove duplicate rows for all columns that you selected. Let me demonstrate this by removing the distinct. And I'll introduce the staff ID column. And I'm just going to look for where the customer ID was 269 again. Running that, you can see that this customer 269 has interacted with a different staff member every time they visited. So the first time they visited, they interacted with the staff member with ID 2, 1, and so on. So what are the unique pairs of interactions that took place? You could use distinct here to achieve that. And so what distinct did there is it eliminated the duplicate rows, and each row that remains is just the unique combinations of customer ID and staff ID. Distinct is executed as part of the select clause, so it happens before we get to the order by and limit clauses, if you remember the order of operations. From, where, group by, having, select, order by, limit. Distinct also happens after any expressions in your select clause are resolved. Let's say that we wanted to obtain a list of the months and years that our business accepted payments from customers. Here's how we could do that. I'm going to use the date part function. Let me explain this query now and the output that we got. From the payment table, first calculate for each record the month component of the payment date. So this will be a number from 1 to 12, and we alias that with a column name called month. Next, extract the year part of the payment date. So that could be, 2006, 2007, 2008, that's a number. And we store that in the year alias. And then finally, we use distinct. So distinct will say, what are all the unique combinations of month and year? And if we have a look at our output now, we can see that there's month 1, 2007, month 2, 2007, month 3, 2007. And finally, I've just ordered the results by year and then by month. So that's quite an interesting and powerful result, isn't it? If I'm a business owner running this query, I've essentially just learned that I actually only took payments for 5 months of the year. Time to find out what went wrong for the rest of the year. Select distinct is actually a really useful tool in your toolbox. It's really handy for when you're doing data discovery and investigation and trying to understand what is the range or kind of data that you have stored in particular columns and tables.